Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Set up my screen really quick. Welcome in, everybody. Got a little short shipping live for you guys from yesterday. All the orders that we sold yesterday, we're going to ship out on live. Not too many today. I think there's only like 6 or 7. Shipped out a bunch yesterday afternoon that were coming in, so that way we could get ahead. Because I knew today would kind of be crazy morning because we have a Whatnot show in less than 2 hours, so I want to make sure I didn't ship too much this morning. So shipped out everything from yesterday. So appreciate you guys coming on in. Like I said, that Whatnot show is in less than 2 hours. So if you're looking for some steals and deals, we're going to do a midday show today and on Thursday of this week. So 2 midweek shows. That's just for pretty much resellers on those shows. Just come and get some good deals. That's what those clear out shows are all about. Until we move, then we'll probably won't do many more clear out shows. Once we move, we'll be back to normal. But welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys hopping on in. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to drop them in the chat. Make sure you like the live wherever you're watching. And then if you're watching on replay, let me know down in the chat that you're watching on replay. Let me open this up. It's kind of dark outside. Hopefully it doesn't storm during this live. It has been raining. Like, there's thunder right there. It's been raining literally every single day here in Florida. It's like wild, like every day from mid-afternoon all the way to the end of the day. It's like normal weather patterns, but man, we haven't had this much rain in a long time. No hurricanes this year, but we have so much rain. Also, really quick, I want to throw this link in the chat because I've had a lot of people ask about it, and it's back in stock. So that light box behind me, the 55-inch version of it hasn't been in stock. I want to say is YouTube connected? Come on, don't tell me YouTube's not connected. YouTube's not connected. I got to open up a YouTube chat. Restream, what are you doing? You're killing me, Restream. Hold on, let me see if I got some chats in YouTube. YouTube, if you're out there, you can't see me, I can't see you. Hold on. Damn, why is it doing this morning? Just a way to slow me down. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna open up. I gotta make sure this is muted. There we go. All right, there we go. Now I can see your comments. For some reason, it wasn't working, but I threw the link in the chat over on YouTube too. If you want that light box behind me, it is linked in the chat right now. There's been a lot of people that have been asking about the 55-inch one. That one has been out of stock for like almost a month. They only have 14 in stock. They're supposed to be getting like 150 of them for next month, but they only have 14 in stock right now. So if you want one of those, you've been wanting one, that was a good time. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait a whole nother month for them. So we see you. What's up, everybody? Sorry. For some reason, my Restream chat isn't working. If you're on Facebook and you're commenting right now, most likely, let me see. Is it really broken? Is it broken? I can show my chat and stream now too. Look at this. New comments will display here. So yeah, you guys can see the comments are not coming through. Oh, my eyes are itchy. All right, let me see. Facebook has 2 comments. That means people are commenting over. Oh no, that's my comment. Okay, Facebook isn't commenting yet, but YouTube is, of course. The one platform I need to work is not working right now. So appreciate you guys hopping in. I'll keep a YouTube chat off to the side too, so I can read both chats. It's gonna be a squish screen right now, but I'll make it work. Let me slide this over. Let me slide you guys up. Hold on. We're making this work. I'll take off this. You don't need to see my screen. But I can see you guys now. That works. No, I can't get back to that. I have so many links open right now. Hold on. I'll make this work. That goes there. But where's my other tab? My other tab's hidden behind all these other tabs here. Let me X out this. All right, we'll make this work. We'll get it. Oh, I see. That's why. Okay. You guys go here. I wish you could see my screen right now. It's like so many chats are open right now. Okay, I'll slide this down so I can click, because I got to be clicking off screens too. There we go. That works. Now we're ready. All right, quick question for you. Made my first Mercari sale and messed up the shipping. Should I have USPS? Should I have used USPS? I have no option to ship myself. Do you recommend using Mercari shipping? I use Mercari shipping on everything. So Mercari labels on everything that I ship out on Mercari. That's how I would suggest to do it. And usually I click the USPS option unless it's over £1. And then the UPS, what is it called? It's like there's a UPS option that basically goes through the post office. It goes through UPS first, and that's delivered by post office. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. But that's the option I use for anything that's over a pound. Man, nothing's working for me today. Trying to log into Nifty. There it goes. Okay. Hello, the appointment only estate sale yesterday was the best haul of my life. Supreme, Antisocial Club, Fendi. Holy cow, $2 to $10 each. Let's go. That's awesome. Man, I got to look into those. Doing some of those for myself. I've always heard about them, but I've never done it. So, what's up, Stephanie? Welcome in. We can see you. I found out last night via the care tag that the Polo Ralph Lauren shirts I bought off your Whatnot show, bought off Whatnot are counterfeit. Shirts I bought off our show or somebody else's show. I have a message into Whatnot to get my $300 back. Cool. So it's not our show. Got you. I was like, man, hopefully it's not our show because I condition check and look over everything. If there ever is an issue with anything that you buy from us, because a lot of the stuff that comes in is consignment, we always take care of you. But I read that and I was like, man, hopefully that's not our stuff. Good morning. Love working with you in the AM. Your speed and info shared motivates me. Yeah, sorry the speed is the speed is off today because I have so many chats open for some reason. There, it's working now. Let's go. It's finally working over on here. There we go. You guys can see the chat over there now, right? It's finally coming through for some reason. Okay, cool. So I can close this out, which helps me. Jeez, so crazy. Slide that over. All right, we're good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. You guys like to see your chats over here? I think it's too squished. Do you guys like to chat on or chat off so you can see everybody chatting or no? Do you like that or no? Let me know. Definitely not your show. Okay, cool. I was like, please don't let it be our show because I condition check and I check over everything. I was like, no, don't let it be our show. A lot of stuff, like I said, we get in on consignment. We have had some consigners send in some counterfeit stuff, and I have caught it before it went on the show. I've had one piece that made it through the show, and as we were shipping, I noticed that it was a counterfeit piece. So I reached out to the person that bought it, and I was like, hey, I can't ship this to you. I don't feel right. Let me send you a refund. And I think I sent them over the refund just to make up for it. But we're really good about checking over pieces and stuff like that. And of course, the stuff that I buy at thrift stores, I'm always checking over. So USPS Ground Saver, yes, that's what it is. It's Ground Saver. So someone else is okay, cool. Yeah, reach out to Whatnot. They're not supposed to be sending counterfeits. I've been watching a lot of videos too about like a lot of sellers on Whatnot and on Jamble that have been selling a lot of counterfeit brand new with tag inventory. So be very, very careful if you're buying Lululemon, if you're buying Aloe, if you're buying Polo Ralph Lauren. Obviously someone in the chat said Polo Ralph Lauren. There's a lot of people that are buying from overseas, getting a really good deal and then not doing their due diligence and checking to see if it's fake, or they know it's fake and they're just moving it hoping that it gets passed and nobody sees that it's fake. When you're selling volume like that, people have to understand when you're selling a crazy volume like that, somebody's going to figure out that you're selling fakes, and then it's just going to spread that you're the one selling fakes and nobody's going to buy from you. So just keep that in mind. If you're a buyer, make sure you're asking lots of questions in the chat. If somebody's running some stuff that looks a little foo-foo, just ask them, like, where'd you get this stuff from? They probably won't answer, but be like, is this stuff real? Is it counterfeit? If somebody says to you it's one of one, that's a fake. That is 100% fake. There's a way for them to get around saying that it's inauthentic, is they say it's a one of one, meaning that the person who created it, that it only is a singular product and it stands alone, even though it has all the labeling as the other products. It's a scammy way of doing it, and there's a lot of people on TikTok that are doing that with AirPods and those the over-the-ear Apple AirPod, not AirPods, but the headphones. There's a lot of people that are saying I'm selling a one of one, or Labubus. They're saying I'm selling a one of one Labubu. They're selling a fake Labubu is what they're doing. They're purposely know that piece is fake and they're just moving it. So just be very, very careful. So one t-shirt was a limited edition Chrome Hearts Honolulu tee worth 400 to 500. Let's go. Dora, you probably know. Make sure those are all authentic too, because a lot of those brands are fake. But if you're going to a estate sale, if you talk to the person, you probably know that those are all real because you had conversations with those people. But yeah, just be very careful. What's up, Debbie? Welcome in. I was excited thinking I would get my hanger on Saturday. Still no hanger. Come on post office. It shipped great. Just hung up. Hopefully soon. She got all of her hangers scanned in this time, so hopefully soon. I'm gonna throw the link. Did I still have it in here? there's the link again if you're on Facebook and YouTube for the light box. So if you're here early, you get a chance for the light box first. I did just put out a story post too, but I've had a ton of people ask about this light box and when it's becoming back in stock. It is in stock today, 14 available. I make a very small commission off these. I'm just trying to get you guys light boxes so that way you guys can have them because a lot of people were asking about them. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Only 6 orders going out the door, so feel free to ask questions this morning. I have an hour and a half until the Whatnot show. I don't mind staying here for that full hour and a half and just hanging out with you guys. So let's get started with some Poshmark orders. It's just a nice little bread and butter sale. These are cool women's hiking pants. These sold for $20 over on Posh. I had them listed for I think $22, and somebody sent me a $20 offer, and I accepted on these. I only paid $4.28 for these at the thrift. So nice little cheap buy cost. Nice little cheap buy cost. All right, that one's gonna go into a Tyvek envelope. The reason I'm using these, obviously, if you've been here for a while, you know there's a Poshmark order, so that means you can use all Poshmark shipping supply or all Priority Mail shipping supplies. Use the free stuff, don't use the stuff that you get charged for and buy. Was that the shipping out? That was awesome. Guess it needs to stop raining here in Florida. Oh yeah, it rains here. You know, it's been raining here every freaking day. Piece of scrap, what's up? Every day. Yesterday I was trying to move the stuff out of the shed. Basically create a pile out in the yard because we're gonna hire one of those companies to come out and just take all the crap to the dump for us. And literally every time I went out to the shed and started hauling some stuff out, it started raining. And I'm like, come on. So then I had to come inside, wait for it to stop raining, and then go back outside. And that's probably why I'm sick today. I'm like feeling a little ill because I was just getting rained on all day yesterday. But every single time, it didn't fail. It was like sunny outside. I'd walk outside and boom, it starts raining again. Next up, we got some Bird Dogs men's pants. Always look out for Bird Dogs, really good brand. If you don't know this brand, just type in Bird Dogs on eBay. There's tons of them listed, tons of them sold. They're really, really good, like high selling, fast selling brand. Anytime I find these, I usually get them pretty cheap because the only label on these are on the back and it just says Bird Dogs on it. And then to find the actual size, you have to like dig into the pocket. So typically thrift stores miss these. I grab these for like $5 usually, and that one sold for $25. I almost posted a Polo Ralph Lauren hoodie until I noticed the rider on the pony had no head. Then I looked at the label with white stitch. Man, no head on the. There's quite a few fake polo pieces out there, so just be careful. Some of them are really, really good too. Some of them almost got me, so make sure you're just checking over your stuff. Hardly rains in Wyoming, but we even had a storm today. Hey, everybody's getting storms. All right, that's it for Poshmark. All the rest are eBay. Like I said, this is going to be a short shipping live because I only have 4 eBay orders going out the door. I think I shipped out like 3 or 4 yesterday before the post office got here because like I said, I'm going to try to stay ahead of schedule because it's going to be a busy couple of weeks. So do you think I need to put a counterfeit issue message with Whatnot for each of the shirts? I bought 20 of them. I would create a ticket and let them know that you bought 20 shirts and the ticket. Just explain the whole situation to them, and they're pretty good about just refunding. And then I think you can send photos in the messages. If not, they will message you back via email, and then what you do is you just send all the attached photos and just show them that the items are counterfeit. And hopefully that seller gets taken care of because I hate the fact that people are selling fake stuff on Whatnot. It just gives a whole site a bad name. For example, Brittany, you probably, I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't ever go back to Whatnot and buy something again, which kills for people like us that are actually doing a good job and bringing good products. So yeah, I wish Whatnot would do a better job of like taking care of the people that are scamming people, like out in the open, right out in front of people. People are getting scammed, and Whatnot's not really fast to act on that kind of stuff. Carbon and Cobalt, this is a men's extra large. I listed this probably about 3 weeks ago and it already sold for $22.50. Hasn't done much yet. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Whatnot hasn't done much with counterfeits. Same with Jamble. I think it's hard because they're allowing a lot of sellers in, and they don't have enough like mods to go around. Once they get a couple people reaching out and saying they bought counterfeit products, then usually they take care of the seller, but it should be much faster than that. But then again, eBay's not really fast about taking care of that kind of stuff either. If you sell a counterfeit product on eBay, you gotta send multiple for eBay to even do something about it. So A lot of people are buying, yes. Both on Jamble and on Whatnot, I've been hearing horror stories about that. So, oh, I'm not plugged in. It would help if my printer's plugged in. Kayla was printing out some inventory labels this morning, and I don't have that plugged in. What's up, Alyssa? Welcome in. Yeah, I double checked the items. One belt bag was counterfeit, but for the prices, I had to try them out. But the shirts were very worn, not new, and they are definitely authentic. Nice. Hey, can't beat that. Little authentic state sale. Usually you don't find like that high-end stuff at estate sales like that. I guess that's why it was only appointment only, because they don't want a whole bunch of people walking through there and stealing stuff. Makes sense. Thank you, K-Way. No, I will still buy from you, Surfs, and a few other sellers. Don't buy from Surfs. Just don't buy from him. I think he's about to have a show too. I think he said he's going to have a show in a couple weeks, a lady show. He does a lady show. He's very good at doing the lady show. He's I don't want to say it. Yeah. Buy from legitimate sellers. People that you bought from before that you know is good products. Even like, for example, like when we buy Patagonia North Face bales, there are because we're buying them from a separate company, and they're just hiring people to just throw North Face and Patagonia in those. When we run those shows, we go through and we condition check. Not only condition check, but we look for counterfeit items in those too, because North Face, not so much Patagonia, but North Face is highly counterfeited. I've seen some really, really bad fakes. And we go through and purposely make sure there's no counterfeit pieces before we run a show. Just because we don't want to be known as one of those sellers that you sell one counterfeit and you're known as a seller that sells counterfeit. So you have to make sure you're really, 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 really thorough. You don't want to be, especially in my position, I don't want to have people like, hey, did you know K-Way sold a counterfeit North Face? It only takes one, literally one. It could be an honest mistake. I just missed it. The tag looked legitimate, and people would hold me accountable for that. So I got to make sure everything's good. I found a couple others I follow that are only doing TikTok now. Both were selling Hey Dudes. I finally found a couple others I follow, and they are only doing TikTok now. Both were selling Hey Dudes. I'm not okay putting all in the one basket. Makes me nervous, not spread things out. Yeah, that's what we do. What about that? I'm not following the Hey Dudes thing. I know a couple people that sell Hey Dudes. Barry D and Line Creek both sell Hey Dudes. Are you still selling bales? Yes, as soon as we move, bales will be available. We have to wait until we move. We can't take bales in right now because we're about to move in 3 weeks. That's one reason why we're doing clear out shows, is to clear some stuff out, because yeah, we can't take bales here. But as soon as we move, probably the week after we move, we're probably gonna have bales delivered to our house. How do you do your shipping on Whatnot? I was running a show last night and the shipping was $33 for some reason. I do, like for today's show, I'm going to have everything set to 11 ounces because it's mostly shirts, like men's shirts, good brands. And then once we get down to the end of the show and it starts getting to the heavier items, I'll bump that up to 1 to 2 pounds. Shipping should never be, if you're running a show and you're paying out of pocket $33, you really messed up on shipping. You should weigh your items. And also if you're, let's say, if your weight is close to your label, then just ship it out. You're not going to have an issue with it. I've had labels that were like 5 ounces off and I shipped it out and never had like an issue with it, because Whatnot's shipping out so much volume. And to be honest, between 1 and 5 pounds, I think even if the person's stuff weighs 3 pounds and you only have a 2 pound label, I believe that will still ship out perfectly fine, just like Poshmark, because between 1 and 5 pounds, that buyer gets free shipping. So they already worked out a deal with the post office that no matter what, it's the same cost between 1 and 5 pounds. So I don't think they have this on their site, but I believe, again, if you ship out a 3 pound box and it only weighs, if you ship out a 3 pound box and you only have 2 pounds for your label, I think it still goes through perfectly fine. Because again, they're paying the same cost no matter what the weight is. So I would just ship that product out and not have to mess it up. So Line Creek, Boutique, and another guy. Yeah, there's a lot of them selling TikTok Shop. My opinion on TikTok Shop, for me, it doesn't make sense. For those guys, it does make sense, because my whole channel is about reselling. It's about selling good products, and no hate on those guys, but I am not going to put my name on a product, my brand on a product, and say this is a good brand if I don't actually believe that this is a good brand. When I tell you guys go buy this light box, it's because I actually believe it's a good light box. If another light box company reached out to me and said, hey, we'll pay you crazy amount of money to push this light box, all you have to do is say it's really good. I won't do it because I have to test that light box to see if it's actually good. Because people, my followers, are going to go buy that light box, and then they're going to go, "Hey, this light box sucks. Why did you recommend it?" And I'm be like, "Well, I got paid a bunch of money to recommend it." Now they don't even trust me when it comes to selling products on my Whatnot shows because they're like, "Hey, that's the guy that sold me a crappy light box." So I won't put my name against something that I don't actually believe in. And I think 90% of what you buy on TikTok Shop is junk Chinese products that you would never buy yourself unless you were getting a free sample. That's my opinion. Some people will say like, "Hey, put your family first and make that money. Don't really care about what other people think." But I'm kind of opposite, and I'm in a different kind of position. So that's how I feel about that. I have discussed with Kayla, when we do move, we'll have a big kitchen, and I thought about doing a lot of TikTok Shop product reviews on her channel for like kitchen stuff, because she always wants to get kitchen stuff. And I was like, "Hey, if you do some reviews on these, you get some free kitchen stuff, and if you actually like the product, you can just put out a video and then you make some money off of it." So we might change her channel to that, but it's only going to be for products we actually believe in. We're going to actually buy the product. If we like it, we'll put out a video. If we don't like it, then we'll just throw it away. Like, that's how it's going to work. So I always do £1 each for each item. Yeah, I think if you make it less complicated, it makes everything super simple. Obviously, if you make it less complicated, if you have stuff that's the majority of your stuff is £1 or less, just set your shipping to £1 and then let the buyer know when they buy your first item, your next 4 are free shipping. That's easy. Easy, easy, easy. It does pay to be honest. I agree. It does pay to be honest. I feel like that too. Yeah. And again, I'm in a different position. I get it. If you don't have an influence, if you don't have people following you, a lot of people following you, then go and make your money. Who cares? Like you don't have like a voice. Your voice is buy this product. That's your voice. But I'm in a different position where when I tell you guys to go buy this light box, most likely this light box is going to sell out today because people trust my opinion. They see me using it every day, and it makes a lot of sense for me. And there's 2 ways to play social media online influence. There's the long game, and then there's the short game. And the short game is go buy this junky product that I don't actually believe in just so I can make some money up front. The long game is I'm going to test this product. I'm going to make sure it's good. And then I'm going to put it out to you guys, and then you buy it. That's the long game. It takes longer, but actually I think you're more successful if you play the long game, in my opinion. So going to be honest with your business because I'm buying that box because you're using it and liking it. Yes, it's an awesome box. You're going to like it too. 100% you're going to like it too. I haven't heard many complaints about this box. I think some people have said like the colors are a little off, but that's with every light box. You're never going to get perfect colors. But you will definitely get better photos with this light box, 100%. If you go look at my photos, my last few photos that I've taken they're all in the light box. So I change the lives when they talk about TikTok Shop, not my business model. I like watching lives where they're working. Yeah, I wish I had TikTok still, because I'd probably be influencing people not to do TikTok Shop. But I don't have TikTok Live anymore, so I just don't do it. I thought about doing my TikToks lives on my other account, but I just don't really want to try to build it back up. Travis Matthew Polo, I picked this up at TJ Maxx for $15. It's a good one. It's an all over I think it's like a Day of the Dead print, or like a Cinco de Mayo print. It's got like skulls and they got sombreros. Picked this up for $15. It sold for $31.50. That is a nifty offer. Nifty sent out a 10% on offer, and this person accepted. Thanks for all the Whatnot social media assistance. I'm really appreciate it. Let's go, Dora. That's awesome. Hopefully you filmed some stuff. I know maybe it's a estate sale and maybe you didn't feel comfortable filming, but hopefully you got some footage in there of you picking up that stuff, because trust me, that video would go mega viral, just based off of the brands and stuff that you found in that estate sale. You could be looking at like a 1 million view video easily. If someone has a buy it now item listed on Whatnot, can you buy it now even when they're not live? Yeah, if there's a marketplace on Whatnot, so I could list this Travis Matthew shirt on Whatnot and the marketplace, and anybody can buy it at any time. I'm hoping that Nifty here pretty soon gets Whatnot integrated, and then you guys can just cross-list all your stuff over to Whatnot, because I've had some success selling stuff on Whatnot. I just hate using Vendoo to get it over there. So yeah, you can sell stuff and you don't have to be on live. And then if you wanted to do a live, you could always bring the stuff that you have listed into your live. So you just bring it in from the marketplace, and if somebody wants something, you can just grab it out of inventory. And somebody asks for this Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. They're like, "Hey, K-Way, do you have a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt in a men's size 2XL? I'm looking for a blue striped shirt. And I'm like, sure, let me look it up. Have one available in my marketplace. I can bring this to the show and be like, here it is right here. I'm going to run this at my price of $22. And I run it right from the store. That's the option you have. Or you can do like a discount, what do they call it? A flash sale on this. So you can do like 5% off. You're like, here's 5% off since you asked for it. Here you go. And you can make extra sales just by being live. That is the end goal for me, to be able to run a show and be able to sell stuff that I have listed at the same exact time. You're basically taking from two places and putting it in one. And having 2,000 items listed, anybody who comes to my show can request a size. And trust me, I'll have your size, from size extra small all the way up to like 5XB. I have your size available on eBay. 2XL Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. I listed this for $24.99. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted for $22.50. Filmed at estate sale. It was amazing. It's up now. Nice. Let's go. Everybody should go watch it. It's a good one. I'll probably stop what I'm doing today at some point and give that a watch. I would love to start a YouTube channel, but I'm really not sure where to start. What I'll say, Brittany, is watch other people's YouTube channels, and whatever you like, make your videos like that, because it'll be fun and enjoyable to create those videos. If you like people that source at thrift stores and you like watching what they're sourcing, make your videos like that, because yeah, it'll be easier for you to watch. It'll be easier for you to edit too. Yeah, that's what I would say. Don't go and try to be like somebody else. Do what you like watching already. If you like shipping videos, make a shipping video, because you already know what you like and you know what you're looking for, so it'll be easier for you to film it. How long does it take Nifty to make these links to the other apps? Does she have to make agreements? So I've got some insight on that from talking to Neha, which is the person who runs Nifty. So there's two ways to go about creating connections to a platform. You can either do it with the platform's permission, which means they give you all of their ins and outs of their platform. They give you all the insides basically, and she can go and pick apart those insides and create her platform. Or you can do it from the outside and come within the platform. But that is much harder, because now she's having to search for things instead of them just giving her the code and things like that. So she's looking for a way for them to give it to her first, because obviously it'll go by faster. And she's been in talks with them from what I understand. And I think it's going to happen. It's just about how long does it take for them to be like, here you go. So I finally used your referral code last week and bought my first pallet. I attended your show the other night too. Let's go. Alyssa, what are you talking about pallets? Are you talking about List It? Maybe you're talking about List It. Dora, where can I watch? There you go. You guys are conversating. I like this. Wood hanger's not available yet. Trisha is making some more with her husband. As soon as they become available, I will post them to my platforms and be available for sale. But right now there's no more available. Last time we sold them out in 10 minutes. So once there's more available, I'll let you guys know. Do you have Nifty send out offers based on the original price or current price? I never really change my prices, so it's always the original price. It would be original and current, because I don't really drop prices. So what app would you suggest for editing videos? I use the app called InShot, INSHOT. That's my editor, and I don't really have another editing tool, but I know like there's like a couple like high dollar ones, like DaVinci is one that's like really high dollar. It's supposed to be really good for editing. You can also use CapCut if you want to edit with CapCut. I've heard good things and bad things about CapCut. Just find one that works for you. I like InShot. That's how I edit mine. Do you use a folding board? No, I don't use a folding board. We just fold the shirt. Kayla has a couple videos. Kay the Book Nerd, Kay the Book Nerd on Facebook. Go to her page and she has a video showing how she folds. So, oh, got you on Whatnot. So you probably bought, if you bought a pallet, you probably bought off Out Here Flipping, I'm assuming. Good people over there. Does Nifty have problems with connecting to Mercari? No, but every month to month and a half, Mercari will disconnect from Nifty. So if you're not logging in on your computer on Mercari, most of us don't. You just go on Nifty and do all your stuff. If you don't stay logged in on the computer, it'll disconnect off Nifty, and then you have to reconnect, which only takes a couple seconds. Whenever that happens, Nifty will send you an email that says you got disconnected. And then also on Depop too. Depop does the same thing. eBay and Poshmark really don't disconnect you. But the other two do. I guess for safety reasons. I don't really know. I don't know why they would disconnect you, but they do. Last sale going out is an Athleta. This is a women's size extra small Athleta. This is called the Tugga Sherpa. Size extra small. If this was a bigger size, we probably would have got more. This sold for 22 bucks, a little bread and butter sale. And this is just going to go right into a box and ship out in a little box. Yeah, I'm not going to put this in a bag because it's too fluffy for a bag, but I can shove it into a box and ship it out. And it should make it there A-okay. I'll close that up off the live. Are you seeing my hanger and the metal top was bent forward? Is it supposed to be like that? Is it supposed to be bent forward? No, it's supposed to be like this. If you do have any issues with it, reach out to Trisha. She might be able to guide you on how to fix it. Maybe in shipment, it probably just bent because something fell on it, and that sometimes happens. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to look like right there. It's supposed to be able to swivel and then hang, do all the stuff hangers do. So reach out to Trisha. You can reach out to her on List It, or if you ever see her here, you can reach out to her here. Not Mercari. There's a way to bring them in. I wish I got to reach out to Neha and just ask her how to do it. There's a way to bring your orders in from Mercari. There's a way to do it. I can't remember how to do it though. She taught me how to do it before. Mercari doesn't share its data the same way other platforms do, and that's why it doesn't work, but I forget how she told me to do it. I'll go through my DMs and I'll figure it out and I'll show you guys tomorrow, or just reach out to Nifty, unless I import myself. Yeah, you have to import yourself. Maybe that's what you have to do. But yeah, you have to import yourself. So just import once a week, because Mercari, again, doesn't share data with Nifty the same way. I think other platforms have the same issue too, where it's not pulling your data. You have to actually import the data in. Because Mercari and Depop are two weird platforms. So I love my hanger. Let's go. Danny, you bought two, didn't you? You love both of your hangers equally. Don't love one more than the other, because then one will get jealous. All right. Appreciate you guys. That's it for today's live, little quick shipping live. We're going to be live again in an hour over on Whatnot. Kayla's working on hanging the stuff up behind me. Should be about 60 to 80 pieces. It's going to be a super fast-paced show. Goal is to sell everything within like 30 to 45 minutes and then ship it all out today. That way it's in and out the door and gone. It's all really good stuff. It's all stuff that I picked up today specifically. This is stuff that I typically buy to sell on eBay, but right now we don't have time to be listing 30 items a day and filling up our inventory. We're trying to clear stuff out before we move. So less stuff we have to move, the better. So you guys will be able to get good deals. I got Robert Graham. I got Ralph Lauren in there. What else do I have? I have some Ariat. I got an Ariat hoodie in there today. But a bunch of other good brands, like really good stuff. So make sure you bookmark the show. Come out today. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I do the import and it brings them into the spreadsheet. There you go. Yep. Appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll catch you in like an hour.